What's up, everyone? I got Jess with me.
Hey, everyone.
We want to make a video on how we choose to make decisions as a couple. And warning, if you haven't seen any of our other videos or anything, we do this all based on principles and purpose. Our goal as a couple is not just to be the happiest couple in the world or the most successful or whatever. It's to really not just for ourselves, but for our community to create the best outcomes, okay? And so Jess, also this might be Aristotle's debut. Hey buddy, he doesn't know anything about phones yet really, so hence he doesn't even know we're recording this. But go ahead, can you hold this?
Yes, let me
She's cutting up a fruit platter for us. Check it. And again, this is for couples, or even if you're single, so you can see how do you think about with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or future boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. How do you go about making decisions?
Hey guys, so how we've made decisions from the very beginning of our relationship, because watch the rest of our relationship videos for clarity on what I'm about to say. We based our relationship off of principles, off of purpose, off of what we wanted to build by being with each other. And because of that, all of our decisions in our relationship were based on that starting point. So when we made the decision to have a fat wedding, and when I mean a fat wedding, watch the videos, okay? We had an amazing wedding. Yeah. Now, if we would have made the decision for ourselves, we wouldn't have had that wedding. Yeah. Like, we spent a lot of fucking money on our wedding. We would not have spent that much. We would have used that money for our honeymoon. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if the decision was based on what we wanted and only for us, our life would have looked completely differently. And that's for every single decision we've made. That's the decision of moving out of an apartment and starting to rent a house so that we could host our community there, so that we could start to see what we like in a house.
How many rooms did it have? It's like 6 or 7 rooms.
1, 2, 3, 4, really 5, 6. I don't know.
Yeah, and it was like
4 full baths.
It was like $800 or $900 more a month than I felt comfortable paying.
But we also were still paying for 2 luxury apartments at the time as well.
Yeah, until we could get them subleased. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, why did we do that? Not because we wanted to, that's for sure. We did it because we saw it was best for the community, for our purpose, and everything that we're building.
And at a certain point, you do realize it is actually what we want, because it does 100%. Make it more fulfilling for ourselves. And we see the people that we've become through that process. But in terms of our comfort zone and everything, heck no, that was not our comfort zone.
Definitely not our comfort
zone. Content paying.
We've never stayed in our comfort zone. Literally, it's crazy. But that's how we've built the life that we have now, is because we've chose the challenging thing and not the comfortable thing. The thing that's based on what the world needs and not what we just need. Based on what we see as possible. And like, for example, if Mitchell and I started our relationship based on feelings, we would be traveling the world, probably living out of a van, probably smoking weed, probably just like not having kids.
Yeah, just going for experiences. Like
100%.
We probably hop from national park to national park, go, different cities and things like that.
We would both be working online doing something. Yeah. Like who knows what.
I would still be doing e-commerce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we saw clearly that those decisions were based on only what felt good in a moment and not the greater impact that we wanted to create in the world. Right. And in order to create impact in the world, you have to start doing things based on physical reality and really participating in that. And that's how we've built the life that we have, which is amazing. And we have fun every day and we love it. Mm-hmm. We have a 10-acre, beautiful, stunning property with animals, and we have a giant garden we're growing. We have a fruit forest that we're growing, a food forest, and we have amazing neighbors. And we now have this little guy. His name is Aristotle. This is our son. We have cats and dogs and a flock of birds. We've got such amazing stuff going on here, and it's only gonna get better. We wanna make an educational center out of our property so we can teach other people to do the same. We literally we still travel so often, like especially Mitchell with business.
But it's traveling with a purpose now.
Yes.
Where in the past I would travel and I'd be like, okay, how can I have the most awesome experience?
Aimlessly traveling.
Yeah. Now I still have awesome experiences. I would say even more awesome experiences. But again, it's all with the purpose of finding the other people who see the value in making your life amazing, not just for yourself, but because then you could support other people to do the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And if you want to create a beautiful life, if you want to have real purpose, if you want to live your life not just based on feelings, because feelings are fleeting and feelings don't actually create anything in life because they're not based on physical reality. If you want to actually have physical evidence of amazingness, of you actually forcing yourself to level up, then reach out because we've done it. Literally, this week I turned 25 years old, people.
Yay, 25.
25 years old, and I already have this life. Mitchell and I have built this life in 3 years. But that's because we've chose the challenging thing and not the easy thing. Not the thing that would make us feel good in the moment, but the thing that would make the long-term impact.
Yeah.
And that's what we wanted to bring to you today.
Right here, how about I trade you for the phone and you get Aristotle? So, just to reiterate this point, this was whenever we were in Orlando together, where we had built our relationship together. We decided on being together because long term we know, hey, we want to have a family, right? We have the same purpose and everything. But I remember being in Orlando, hanging out with some of our friends, Cameron and Katie and some others, and we were having a conversation about having kids. And Cameron was like, hey, so when are you guys going to start having kids? I was like, probably 3 years. He said, okay, why 3 years? I'm like, I just feel like, I'll be more ready in 3 years or whatever. He said, okay, cool. Well, do you think even in 3 years, you're actually going to feel readier? Or is this just deep down, it's a lot more comfortable if you were to just wait and push it off? And I was like, that's definitely what it is. Definitely what it is. And so it's not to say now go rush and have kids or anything. But what I'm saying is I could see for myself just how becoming a father, being even a better husband, how that really forces me to keep leveling up. And again, it's like, I think all this can be summarized in a phrase. It's, if you choose to do the easy things, life becomes very, very hard. If you choose to do the hard things, life becomes very, very easy. Okay? I know it's a polarity and whatever, but I have noticed that where in the past, when I was a single guy and only had to take care of myself and just pay my own bills and all that, it was easier. But deep down, life was hard. I felt lonely. I was not happy. But then as I made decisions, and as soon as Jess and I got together, I said, hey, look, put in your 2-week notice. Like, I'm retiring you. And that was not easy. It was kind of intense. But it forced me to just get even better at making money, build my business. And that has paid huge dividends. And just so much good stuff has come from it. And then with Aristotle, I'll straight up, I didn't feel fully ready. But I also knew, I'm like, we'll have 9 months anyway to figure it out. It took us a month or so of planning with conceiving, maybe even a little more than that. And then all of a sudden, voila, Jess is pregnant. And I'm like, okay, great. The switch is flipped, provider mode. But then it's still like, we still got 9 months. Okay, cool. And you just really figure it out along the way. And then the best part is now we're surrounded by this community, the self-perfected community, where we have now people every single week that are leveling up, like shout out Ona and Chantel and baby Stellar, and shout out Drake and Christine, and
Megan
they got
and
married
Carl.
from the group. Yeah, Megan and Carl having their baby too. And when you're surrounded by that, and it can help you stay accountable, but in a really fun way, in a very supportive way, it's just amazing what's possible. Okay, so that's how we go about making our decisions. Is we don't go based off what feels comfortable or do we have the money for it or whatever. Make the decision based on what's actually going to create the best outcome for ourselves now and in the future, and support our community to level up. Because again, if this was just for us, we would have stopped or fizzled out a while ago. We're doing this to show everyone what's possible when you really put yourself to a real purpose. And it's wonderful, right? Right, Aristotle? Any final thoughts, Jess?
Yeah. Also, we've been able to make all this progress and do all of this because of the community and the tools we have. Literally plug in, use everything to your advantage, and be willing to take that step of doing the challenging thing.
Yes. All right. Well, signing off for Sunday. We have a fruit platter to eat and a baby to hang out with. And we're going to go push ourselves this week and this month and this year to make it the best yet. And I look forward to seeing you on the journey with us. All right. Reach out if you want any support. See ya.